Well, congratulations on the win and special bowling performance. Did you expect to have that figures at the end of the match when you went on the ball?
Thank you. No, you never expect to have really attractive bowling figures, I guess, but I think the conditions out there were difficult for batting, particularly against spin bowling. So yeah, I think you've just got to make the most of when conditions are in your favour. And I thought as a bowling unit, we actually played the conditions really well there, and even our top order batters found a way to sort of negate the difficult period early and then capitalise with some good boundaries later in the innings.
They got off to a fly after choosing to bat first 50 inside the power play. What was the plan when you come into ball? We saw that you didn't try to take the wickets, but stuck the wrong foot.
Yeah, they're a good team. They've got some good batters, good hitters up top who have been in some good form. They've chased down some scores without losing a wicket, obviously. So we were aware of that coming into the game, and I think my plan personally and the spinners' plan is to just vary the pace and keep the stumps in play as much as possible. We've seen a lot of bolds and LBWs, so yeah, that's probably going to be the predominant mode of dismissal. So the more you can keep the stumps in play, that was certainly my plan.
You're partnering bowling with 16-year-old and a 19-year-old. How different it is?
Yeah, we've got some great young talent, and it's been awesome to see the local Nepalese talent over here. There's some super cricketers, and yeah, I hope to see Nepalese cricket continue to rise over the years.
Your first impression in the field was when you were not playing. You came on and on the run out in the first game itself. So, what was your first impression when the Karnaliaks contacted you?
Yeah, I was delighted to get the opportunity to come over. I've never been to Nepal, so a fantastic opportunity to meet so many friendly people and see a wonderful country. And from Australia, culturally, it's so different. So I'm very grateful and very fortunate to be over here and experiencing a different culture. The Yaks cricket team has been very welcoming to me, so it's been nice to be able to have some contribution so far. But we're all well aware that we want to be there at the back end of the tournament, so that's certainly our focus, to continue improving and keep performing well, and hopefully we can make the playoffs and have a good impression on the tournament.
You captained Australia on the 19 against Nepal in 2012, and there are some players of that batch still here. Can you remember some memories of that game? Nepal were packed for 82, but do you have some memories?
Yeah, I do. One of our young left arm off spinners actually reminded me of that on arrival, that he played in that game. So I can't remember too much about the game itself. I think we might have bowled first and bowled Nepal out for a lowish total, if I'm correct. But yeah, it's amazing to there's Unmul Chand is playing for Lumbini, so he was a guy playing in that same World Cup. So it's amazing all these years on to be playing against some cricketers from that Under-19 World Cup.
This is the best bowling figure so far in the tournament. So, what was your previous best bowling performance?
Yeah, good question. I don't know actually. I'm not sure if I've got more than a six-for, but I'd be winding back the years, I think, to my last six-for. So, as I said earlier, it was really nice to capitalise on some favourable conditions for spin bowling. And the guys all contributed so well. There's pressure being built from the other end, which means they have to try and target a bowler, and probably being a right arm off spinner to right-handed batters, that's a favourable matchup. So I had some right-handers try and take me on, and I was lucky enough to get a few wickets today.
How do you find the level of domestic cricket in Nepal?
I guess I haven't seen the sort of domestic cricket, but just the in this tournament is what I've been exposed to, and I think that this talent is outstanding. And I think the challenge for a lot of the younger players will be getting exposed to different conditions. These conditions are very foreign to other parts of the world, or certainly other parts of the world that I've experienced. So finding ways to practice for bouncier conditions or more favourable conditions for pace bowling, I think that will be a challenge for younger Nepalese players in the future to expand their games when they go overseas, and keep rising up the ranks against the associate nations, and hopefully gaining international or test status one day, perhaps, if that's a goal. I think that will be a challenge for Nepalese cricket.
You're currently teammates with Nandan Yadav. I think you are teammates with in Australia as well. How do you see his progress in the last few years after he's gone to Australia?
Yeah, Nandan is a fantastic young man. First and foremost, just a wonderful young guy, and it's been a privilege to have him living in Australia now, and I think his cricket has really benefited from his time in Australia. As you mentioned, we played a bit of cricket together over there, and I think we've seen some really good performances from him today. He wasn't required given the nature of the wicket today, but he was instrumental in our win in the last match, bowling some really key overs and his ability to nail his Yorker, but then also swing the ball and bowl good lengths with the new ball is priceless for our team.
Karnal, you have won all 3 matches that you played in, and with the business end of the tournament looming, how do you see your chances of making it to the top 2 now that top 4 looks pretty possible?
Yeah, we're obviously striving to win every game we play. I guess you can't look too far ahead in a tournament like this. You just have to keep performing as well as you possibly can on any given day. So we'll just stay disciplined as a group and keep doing our best to play well as a team and achieve the outcome will look after itself if we keep playing well as a team.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
All the
you.
best.